What's up, everybody? Welcome back to CourseCreatorHandbook.com. I'm your host Amit, and today we are going to be looking into Thinkific.com. So, this is my Thinkific dashboard, but what I'm going to do is create a new account. We'll go with the free account, and then I can show you some of the paid features in a separate video. First, I want to show you how the free account works, what is included in the free account, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. So Thinkific.com is another one of those LMS learning management systems. It's like Teachable. There are a few differences, and you can kind of look at Teachable and Thinkific and see which one works best for you. I personally use Thinkific for my paid course, so I pay Thinkific 99 a month. So they do have different pricing plans, starting from the free one, and then you have the essentials, the business, which is the one I'm on, and the advanced. Now, if you were to pay annually, you do save 20%. So instead of paying 17 or 99 a month, I could pay for the whole year, but I just haven't done that yet because I don't have that many sales to be able to justify that big annual expense, even though there's a 20% saving. So let's get started with the free one. What I'm going to do is put in my email here, course creator handbook at gmail.com. Let's plug in a password. So name your Thinkific site. I'm just going to call it course creator handbook, and let's save password. Let's start creating courses. So first thing you are prompted is to pick a theme. There are a bunch of themes that are available in the free version. So I'm just going to pick this ice cream theme here. And let's see. So first and last name, you already I'm already teaching using a different system. So education of client and customers. I'm going to say lead gen, acquiring new clients is my goal, and go to my site. That's it. We are in. The school has been created. So let's go over this. You'll see a bunch of onboarding things. The first thing they want you to do is obviously join their webinar, which is great. I recommend you join. They do teach you a lot on their webinar. Aaron is awesome from Thinkific. This is obviously an automated message, but if you're part of their Facebook group, he responds to each and every thing you ask in their Facebook group. So I love that. Same with Teachable. I know Noel Stedman from Teachable does the same thing. So they're really great community builders. So I'm going to close this out, and you can also take a course where you can learn everything in an hour. So first we want to choose a theme that we already did. The next step is to add content to your course, then payment, and then choose the pricing plan. So let's go over these items one by one. So let's add content to my course. So it'll bring you to your courses. The first one which is in there is a demo course. We're going to create a new course, and we're going to call this, let's see, how to use teachable.com. Why not teach Teachable on a Thinkific site? So once you create your course, you're brought into this course curriculum builder, and let's start all the way to the left here where there is a curriculum page, and in some places they will show you these quick GIF images on how to do it. So what you do is first you add a chapter, and let's say if we call this Teachable Basics, and I just hit enter to save changes. Now to this chapter I want to add content, and that content could be anything. So you can create a quiz if you want, and let's call this sample quiz. I save changes. Once you have created a quiz, you can add questions to that quiz. So let's say my question, let's say question 1. The question is this color, what color is this font? And so that's the question. The answer is blue, orange, and now I can add another third choice if I wanted. I can keep adding these choices on to my quiz questions, and then you can put an explanation of why the correct answer is the way it is. The font is blue in color. Duh. Okay. So once you're done, you pick the right answer by just selecting it. Now you could add a bunch of stuff in here. You can add a photo, you can add a video in here if you wanted to, audio file. So you can add, any of these options in here if you wanted to. There are a lot of choices to choose from. And I think that's the biggest part about any of these courses. It takes time to build that structure, to build out the course. And if you're looking to build a structure on your course, I do have a video on how to create a course outline using Trello, so go check that out. And so let's continue with this. Now I just want to put one question in my quiz, so I'll just do save changes. And right now it's draft, so I'm just going to publish this, make it part of a free trial. Now if you are using free trial to kind of boost your sales, get your students to know you, and then kind of push them towards a charged course, this is the best way to do it. So we're going to save changes here, and you can also say that this quiz requires a passing grade. So how this passing grade works, let's do this. Let's add another question first. I'm going to just type something. What color is this font? White, black, and save changes. Okay, let me just make this as the right answer. Save changes. And now we have two questions. So now this comes into play. This quiz requires a passing grade. So if I say 50%, which means they have to get at least one of those two right in order to move on, or in order to pass your quiz. Maybe you are creating a course where you're grading your students. So this is how it would work. So that's it for the quiz part. Now what else can we do? So this is the teachable basics chapter. I can add another chapter called teachable intermediate, and then we're going to add a third chapter called teachable advanced. Okay, now let's go back to our first chapter here. We have a quiz here. I'm also going to add let's say a PDF, right? I add a PDF and call this 10 tips set up your school. Make this part of free trial. I can put a PDF in here. Max file size limit is 25 MB because we are part of we are in the free version. I think it might be a little more in the paid one. So let's say I upload this file right here. Now if you see on the top here, uh, you can see the URL for my website. So it's course creator handbook.thinkific.com. If you wanted to white label it and have your own URL, you can buy the 99 plan. That's where you can white label, or you can look at my videos on how to create your own WordPress landing page. You can use that as kind of like the sales page to send people to your course, and once they sign up, then they can go inside the Thinkific ecosystem. So I will link to that video as well. Okay, so we have uploaded the PDF and we have called it 10 tips on how to set up your school. Now you can just name this whatever you want. You can name this as lesson 1 if you wanted. Add content. Let's say we add another PDF. We call this lesson 2, and we'll add a PDF here. So if I just search PDF, this go here, save changes. We can't hit the save change button. I guess we have to wait for it to upload. I'm just a little click happy here. So one thing to note here before you hit save changes, or even after you have done it, you can decide whether your users, your students, can download this PDF. So if you say make this PDF content downloadable, they will see a download button. If not, they won't be able to download it. They can still screenshot it. I just let them download it. As long as you have your own branding on it, maybe a watermark or branding in the bottom right corner, top left corner, wherever, if they try to copy your content, it's going to be harder for them to do it, which is not something I usually worry about. Till you're making like 20, 30, $40,000 a month, nobody is going to care to copy your content. I know there are trolls out there that will do it anyways, but don't worry about that. Worry about creating content, because once you create your own brand identity, people would rather buy it from you than a ripped off version from someplace else. And they can do that anyways, right? They can start pay for your course, learn all the content, and then ask for their money back if they're within your refund policy. There's nothing much you can do about it. So don't worry too much about that. Just worry about creating and uploading content and putting it out there. Okay, so that's done. Now let's add another content. Now multimedia. So multimedia could be a URL, the URL for your webinar tools, survey, Google Doc, or other. So any of this multimedia content, you can put in a direct link in here. So maybe you're setting up a webinar. So let's say our webinar URL is coursecreatorhandbook.com/webinar, and I'm going to join our free webinar. So that's it. That could be a multimedia. Now you can achieve the same thing instead of using multimedia. Okay, so this says the coursecreatorhandbook.com does not support iframing. All right, we're just gonna get rid of this. But if you had a webinar software like I use Demeo, I could put in that link in here. Let's see if that works. I'm gonna go into my let's go to my webinar software Demeo, which is a great software. If you want to use it, you can get a free trial. The free trial link, I will put it down in the description, and you can just click on it. You get your 14-day free trial. It is an affiliate link, so if you do purchase it, I do get a little bit of money for using my link. That's just a fair warning. You don't have to use it. You can check out my Demeo video to see if this is a platform you'd like to use. So let's say if I go to this URL, this is my registration URL for a live like webinar, which is what they call it, which is kind of like a pre-recorded webinar. So now it says successfully saved the multimedia, because this page does support iframing and my page did not. So that's how, so you can put an URL in here, which if it's any of these URLs like a Survey Monkey, Google Doc, I'm pretty sure they support iframing. So that's how you would do this. Now you could do something similar using just the text version, and you can say the same thing here. Okay, I don't want to say this. I'm going to copy this, add content, create a text instead of the multimedia. And now I can have it in a more, so in case you had a URL that does not support iframing, but you want to use that URL, so you can track visitors coming to your landing page versus going to another one where maybe you cannot track it. This is the way to do it. So I would just put in here my URL, coursecreatorhandbook.com/webinar. And now when I hit save changes, I won't have any problems about iframing or whatnot. Join us for this free webinar. Click here to register. Now you can mention if you want this link to open in a new tab and then hit insert. So once they click it, they'll be able to, your students will be able to open the link. There are a few things you can do here. You can open the link right here. You can style it. Let's change it to, I don't want the green. You can style it to thick or regular. You can edit the link if you wanted to. So I think I have this backwards. This needs to be the text, and this is the URL. So I'm going to cut this, paste it here. Okay, let's see if I copied it. Okay, I'm going to paste that URL here, get the text and paste the text here. All right, and save changes. I clicked help by mistake. I didn't want to click help. So that's it. That part is done. So this is all. The chapters are kind of like your module, and the content is your different lessons underneath those modules. So that's how this works. Let's add some content in here. I'm going to add a audio file, uh, audio transcript, I'll call it. Make this audio content downloadable, auto play. I can drag and drop a file. Gee, I wonder if I have an audio file in my computer. MP3. Let's see if I have an MP3. Here we go. So you can have, maybe you have an audio transcript, something audio that you want them to listen to. I know I'm talking to someone who's into Reiki or Reiki, however you call it, and she has a lot of audio lessons where her students can download and listen to her audio guided meditation or what you may have. So that's how you do it. So once you've uploaded your audio, you can type something about it. Listen to this in a calm pace with no disturbance, and we can save changes. Of course, all this text is editable, so I can change the font family if I wanted to. Font colors, I can change that. Font size can be changed, and you can have bullet lists numbered. You can align it center if you wanted to. You can insert an image in here, a video. Again, all of these, the description part has a lot of things you can do, and you can even insert an HTML code in here. So if you don't like the list of fonts they have given you, maybe you like your own set of fonts, you can go into the HTML editor and change the font family if you wanted to. I haven't tried that. Hopefully it works. So you can do that, and we can hit save changes. And then in the advanced one, so Discuss is a forum where you can connect your school to Discuss and people can comment on these different lessons. I haven't tried that yet because I don't have that many students, but if you do, this is the way you could do it. I'm not going to do that. Let's see what else we can do. We can add a presentation, downloads, and an exam. So exam lets you connect your course to Beryllium, which is another software or a SaaS, software as a service, that you would use to create exams, which are different than quizzes because in exams you have a pass and a fail. In quizzes you can't really, I mean, you saw what we can do with a quiz. It has some limited functionality. So you can check out Beryllium if you wanted. I haven't personally used it. So for Thinkific Advanced and Enterprise subscribers, so I apparently I have um, availability to this feature in my advanced course, which I can show you here. This is my advanced Thinkific school. So if I go into one of these courses, let's go into this one, and if I go to the curriculum, this is my curriculum here. I'm hotel operations is what I'm teaching. I have a bunch of resources. I have a bonus Hootsuite. If I had exam here, I can click in here, and apparently I can contact them and get this done because I am on the advanced plan, but I'm not going to do that. This is what my course looks like. Let's go back to the free version, and then so let's see what I want to add in my final advanced uh, teachable course. Let's see, a survey. I can create a survey in here, and that could be maybe my final chapter, or you can add as much content as you want in as many chapters as you want. I don't believe there is a limit even on the free version. So I'm actually not going to do this survey. I'd rather do, I'm going to hit cancel here, and I'm going to do a presentation. The browser you're using does not support recording audio. Please upgrade or switch your browser. Okay, I guess I can't do presentation without using Google Chrome. So let me upload a video, and I know I have a small video that I can upload here. So let's see, ManyChat demos. Okay, this is a small one. I can just drag and drop that here. And so max size for video is 2 GB, but they do have they suggest a compressing your video using this software Handbrake, which I have personally used, and it's awesome. So I don't know where it is right now. Let me see if I can find it for you to show you what that icon looks like. So this is Handbrake. I'll do a separate video on this. It's very easy to use. All you do is you simply open Handbrake, you open a source, which is whatever your video is. Let's say it's this one right here, Josh and Jill final. It's 2.57 GB. It scans it, and then you just tell it what what the format is that you want to use, and then once you hit start, Handbrake will start compressing the video. It's free. I think it's handbrake.fr or something. Let's see, handbrake.fr. Yeah, it's definitely not .com. Let me, yep, it's handbrake.fr, and then you can download it for Mac or PC. It's free. So let's get back here. Our video is being uploaded. While it is doing that, I'm going to make this video downloadable. Now you can make it autoplay, which means when your students finish the previous chapter and they move on to this chapter or this lesson or this module, whatever you want to call it, the video will start auto playing for them. If you want, you can do that, or you can just uncheck it, which means it won't do it. And then FB Pixel on your Teachable School. I also have a video, if you do use Teachable, how to install the Facebook Pixel on your Teachable School, so you can look at that. I will link to it in this video. You'll see it come up somewhere around the corner up here or there. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic here. So this video is being uploaded. Once it's done, I can show you the rest of the setup. We'll give it a few seconds. Almost done here. Uploading is complete. Perfect. Now I'm going to save changes. So all my content has been added at this point. I have added everything I wanted to in order to create my course. This is what your students will see. Now we haven't set up the pricing yet. We cannot do drip in the free version, but let's move on to the next page. So say I'm going to save changes here. Bulk importer is where you can drag and drop all your audio, video, PDFs, text files. You can just dump all of them in here. Best way to do it. And then what happens is, if I go to add content, let's say I'm going to add, actually not a quiz, let's say I go to add a video, I can pick from the video library, manage video, learn more about the video library. So I could go in here and pick all of the videos that are available for me and just select the one that I want in this particular lesson, which goes in your video library through the bulk importer feature. So you could just drag and drop everything in here. So that's how bulk importer works. In settings, you have a bunch of options. So first is your course name, which we have. This would be your course URL structure. You can put what's the estimated time it's going to take someone to finish your course. I'm going to say, and it's in hours, so I'll have to say zero point 0.5 hours, which is 30 minutes. You can make your course private, hidden, and also have course completion certificates. Of course, not available in the free version, but we are on a budget. We want to make sure you do everything for free first and learn from my mistakes, because I pay for everything, which has not brought me any luck, because I didn't have students already in my courses. I just paid for things up front thinking that if you build it, they will come, which is not the case. So I would suggest you start with all the free stuff as if you can, and as you start getting people to pay for your courses, then you can upgrade and give all those features. As great as course completion certificates are, you can have your own certificate in Canva, which I have a video on how to use Canva. I'll link to that as well. But you don't, it's not something, it's not a make or break. They're here to learn your content, not to receive a certificate of completion. And those are the things to keep in mind when you're building your course. What are your students here to do? Learn. All right, so those are things you can do in the basic settings. Next is a course card. This is what, when you start sharing your course URL, people will see your course card. So you can upload a course card image. So if I click on upload, I can pick an image, and that will be the course card or the card of my course. Like they will see this thing up top, and then below that they'll see how to use teachable.com, and this would be kind of like your on your home page. And you, if you were using Thinkific's homepage, you can see a bunch of different cards if you have more than one courses, and this will be the kind of like the image of that card. Include a brief description of your course to appear beneath the course card image. Learn to use Teachable in less than 30 minutes. So this is in conjunction to your course title, just a little more blurb on what your course is about. So that's part of the let's go back into settings. We did the course card. Now let's go to the course player. You can select between the white and the black theme and just hit save changes. Page code, if you have any analytics code, this will go in the footer of the page, so you can put those codes here. I don't have any right now, but actually, you know what, let me go to Trello and just pick up a code. I save all my analytics code in Trello so that I can go back. I don't have to always go into Google Analytics or Facebook. Let's go to my website and Google Analytics code, copy this, paste it here, done. And then admin and payees. So whoever the course admin is, and if you have more than one person in as your course admin, who should get paid for what course? Maybe you have affiliates, or you're just co-hosting with someone else and you guys are splitting it 50-50. You would do that here. And then SEO is, you know, your course title. This is for search engine optimization. What is the description of your course so it gets picked up by Google? Course keywords are optional. I haven't personally touched the SEO settings because I've been driving traffic using Facebook ads and posting it in different groups instead of doing the SEO game, which I believe is the long game, is to use SEO. But I wouldn't use Teachable, or sorry, Thinkific's SEO thing here. I would have my own blog, which I would rank high on Google and drive traffic from there. And that's my goal as well, is to start writing my own blog so I can start getting some organic traffic instead of paying Facebook to get that same traffic. So that's it for the settings. Now we go into the page builder. Oh, let me just hit save changes. So page builder is what lets you build your landing page or your home page on Thinkific. So this is where you would design your course, and this is their V2. So it's a much more advanced page builder. And let's go through this real quick and see what we can do. So page header is this part right here. So first thing is the banner, and as you click on these things, the page will kind of go down. Let's go back in here. If you go on description, this is the course description, reviews, and you can delete these sections if you wanted to. So let's go start with the banner. So first is the title font weight. I want it to be bold, and as you make changes, you'll see them happen in real time. And then you can change the subtitle color if you wanted to. So let's make that darker. I'm going to leave that as regular font instead of bold. Title color I also want dark. And actually the subtitle I'm going to make it a little, we want the subtitle to not stand out as much as the title. Background image, you can upload your own image. So here, the one thing to note here is in Teachable, they give you a library of free images from Google, or some free stock images, whereas in Thinkific you have to upload your own images. It's fine either ways. I think everyone should upload their own image instead of using stock images. So I like this one, and then the background color, let's pick a blue. Now you can have overlay on top of your image if you want to make it a little dark. So if I do like a 50% overlay, it's going to show this blue tinge on top of the image. I'm actually going to change this subtitle to a little lighter color. And then you could use a video from either YouTube or your library to feature on your homepage. Let's see how that works. I haven't personally done it yet, and as my channel description says, some of these things I'm going to learn as we go. So let's try this. Let's just pick this one right here, copy link address, we'll go here, paste it, and see what that does. So include, alright, so it'll be part of your header will be a video. Actually, I don't want that, so I'm going to say remove video. I just like the header to be no distraction, just a title that clearly tells my visitors, my potential students, what the school is about. And then primary button, so there are buttons on here that we'll see in a few. So if I go to preview course and preview the landing page, you will see there'll be buttons here, and those buttons will appear once we pick our pricing plan. So we'll do that in a few. So primary background button color, I'm going to go with the blue theme. Button text color, I want it dark. Secondary background button color, I'm going to keep it the same, and same text color, and hit save. So that part's all set. That was the banner. Now description, I'm not going to touch it, but just in to keep it this video not too long, we're going to keep it short. Make sure you learn everything you need to know. This is something simple. You just put in your description. If I just go like this, drag it over, you can put your course description in here. Whatever it is that your course is about, this is where you would explain in detail what it's about. So you can do that same concept. This text editor has all the features that you're looking for. You can add images, you can add videos, whatnot. So let's go back to the page builder, and then you can add more sections, right? So if I click on this add section, I can choose a section. So let's say I want to add more, let's see, another description section. I can put that, bring that in here, and then I can add a little more description, break it up with maybe photos, maybe break it up with videos, and then add description, add another review, add description. You don't want it to be all plain text. You want to break it up with bold headlines. You want to break it up with some photos, some background color changes. So for example, in this one, let's see if we can put I don't know if we can change the background color. If not, there is a workaround, and I can show you that workaround real quick. Alright, doesn't look like we can change the background color. So what I would do is I would go into Canva, and I would just paste that text in there, right? So I'd create a design, and I'm just going to pick like a, let's say a US letter. And this is just a quick segue to show you how you can use elements from different softwares into your Thinkific school. So let's say I add text, and I'm going to paste that text in here. I am going to change this text to 15, like this. Let's go with 18, put some spacing in there. Alright, so let's say I do this. I'm going to align it left, fill up the page with it, and now I can give this a background color of, let's say a little gray, little like light gray here. And I can download this. Let's not download it as a PDF. I want to download this as a JPEG. And now what I could do is I could delete this description, add an image. It's not the optimum way to do this. That's why I use WordPress and I don't use any platform, Teachable or Thinkific, or any learning management system. They are built in landing page builder, because remember, these guys are great at providing you software that lets you host your course, but they're not necessarily the best for landing pages. That's not their forte, that's not their strength, that's not what they're good at. So I'd rather use something like Thrive Themes, because they're good at that. So if you want to check out Thrive Themes, it's coursecreatorhandbook.com/thrive. Alright, so here's my JPEG. I can just drop it here and I can hit cancel. So we'd have the same concept, but instead of having description, I'm going to have that description with a little background color to break up the monotony of just white, 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 white throughout your entire page. So as you can see, it doesn't look that good. I can change the size maybe, and make it responsive. So what responsive means is it'll open correctly on your mobile and also on desktop. So this looks much better, but it's still not as fluid as you would have a page background color. But that's just a little workaround you can do. So I can hit save right here, and we can go back to page builder, and then reviews. You can have a review in here. So there is a place where you can pull in all your reviews, and once you have those reviews, we'll cover the reviews not in this video, in another video, but this is where they would show up if you did have a review. And then you can choose a headline, and you can choose what the review's background color should be, and the background color itself of this text here, the sections. Okay, so it's this background color, and then this is the, let me just move this a little bit, and then your review color would show up there. So I'm going to hit save. And then if you've noticed down here, there is a desktop view, tablet view, and then a mobile view, which is awesome because you can see how all of this looks without even having to go and test the website on these different devices. You can just do it right here. So that part is all said. Let's go back to page builder. We did description. Instructor is where you would select yourself, your title, and anything you want to mention about yourself. So course ninja, I'm going to name myself, and there is another place where you can have the bio data of this instructor, so it shows up here, and which is what this is about. And then this is automatically populated what's included in the course. That's the next section. We're going to go to it next. Let's hit save here, and let's go back to the page builder. So course curriculum, course, so that's the course content, what's included, and we can change that, what's in this course. And then we can have change the heading color, the background color. So let's change this. Let's change this. And we can use this right here. Text color can also be maybe a light gray, and then hit save. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to change things around. It's not complicated at all. And let's go back to our page builder. And then the next thing we want to do is the course curriculum, which is what we already did in our first half of this, where we build out the course, and as you build it out is how it will show up here. So if I was to go and make a change in the curriculum, let's say I move this around, move this up here, move this down here, delete this, and now it's automatically saved. Some of the things are automatically saved, some you have to hit the save button, so keep that in mind. Now if I go to page builder and go to course curriculum, those things would have automatically shuffled around. Course curriculum, here we go. So lesson one is now below here, and then all these are clickable links, as you can see, so your students will be able to click on it, and you can choose the background color here, which is great because now you have that different sections of, breaking up the monotonous white. I'm going to pick a little lighter color here. I want to go back real quick to the description and see if they have this background color option there, which would help us from doing that little workaround that we did. I guess not. So I wish they would have that here too, I guess. So I'll be putting in a ticket with Thinkific to see if this could be on their next feature release. Which is another thing, in the past 6 months, I think I've opened a ticket once and they were awesome in responding. Both softwares, Thinkific and Teachable, are great at responding back. And then you have a call to action, which is the sign up button. Use this call to action description to encourage students to sign up for your course, which we can do here. So a special bonus package chapter, and then you can change this to enroll, and then you can link your call to action to a course price, but we haven't set up a price yet, so we're going to do that in a few, right up here. And then again, same thing, section text color, I'm going to do this, change the background color to match the one on top, so it kind of looks seamless. It looks part of this top area here and doesn't look like a separate section. There we go. And then button size, I'm going to do large. Now it doesn't look like I can change the color of the button right here, but there is a place where you can mess with the code, and that's where you should be able to do it, which we'll cover in the next video. So let's see what else is remaining in the page builder. Upsells, you can have an upsell. If you have a second course, you can have that as an upsell, so they could say, okay, you might also be interested in such and such course. I'm actually not going to use this. If you were to use this, you can change this text to so if you could do something like this, add this to your purchase for only $5 more, and you can have a second course listed, and maybe they'll get both of them. And change the color of the text. So there are some things you can change without having to go into code, just using the features that they have provided. So now our page is designed. This is the footer part right here. So you can have your links here, and then the text color and the background color. I am going to go with the color we used on top for congruency. So this is my background. Let me actually use a little lighter. And this is also the color I used for the image overlay. So that's done, and we are done with the page builder. This is how you would build your actual landing page, and now you can preview this. You can see what it looks like. So here's our review. If we had reviews, it would be here. Another description area. I don't recommend putting your own instructor part on the main landing page, because you don't want to distract your users from learning about what this course is about. They're most likely there to learn about the course, not about you. You can put this stuff on a separate page. And then here's the curriculum, and then finally the other upsell button. So that's how this works. If I wanted to delete the instructor part, I would just click here and then click on delete section, and that instructor part is gone. So let's hit save. And the next section is drip, but for drip you have to upgrade, and drip allows you to drip the content of your course. Maybe You want your students to do things in a logical order on day one. They should not be consuming your entire content. They should kind of drip it out into one, two, three, four, or however many days you choose. You could do that in the drip feature. Pricing, let's set pricing. So connect your payment, set a one-time price for your course. You can also have monthly subscription payment plans and additional course prices if you wanted to. Let's connect a payment method. So you could connect Stripe, and as you click on these, you will get these helpful videos on how to do it. I'm just going to skip this. So you can connect your account with Stripe. For PayPal and I don't know what this is. For Zapier, you have to upgrade. Infusionsoft, you have to upgrade. And this is where all your integrations are. If you want to get here, you could just click on integrations on the left side. Let's connect my Stripe account. I'm going to click on connect account. And what I'm going to do here is connect my Stripe account to Thinkific. And then I'll be back once that account has been connected. So let's see which part of it we can do here. Actually, already have a Stripe account, sign in. I'm all my Stripe, all my credentials are saved on Google Chrome, and I'm using Safari just so I could show you how to use the free version. So let's see if I'm able to remember any of that. This should be interesting if I can remember it. Okay, looks like it worked. Let me get the verification code. All right, let's see our verification code 712913. Okay, looks like we are in, and Stripe is connected. So save. Now we can go back to my courses, go into my teachable course, and go back to pricing. Now because we are using the free version, we can only have a one payment method. We cannot have the multiple payment methods like a subscription plan, or maybe pay three easy payments of XYZ. uh, but if you want that, you can upgrade and get those features. So let's say we are selling this for 37 bucks, and you can also set it to expire after certain days. If this is not a lifetime access course, I'm just going to keep it as lifetime access. And that's it, your course is ready. Now we just hit publish. Done. Now you could create a widget. I don't know if it's part, you can get this widget part in the free version. Well, looks like you can. And what this widget allows you to do is put it on your own website. If you're hosting your website someplace else, you can have a widget where you could link it directly to your course. I usually don't do this. What I do, I go to courses and go to this one. I usually preview the landing page and I copy the link URL here without the preview part, and then I paste it on a button on my WordPress link, and I can show you quickly what my WordPress site looks like just so you get an idea. So if I just go to letsrockthehotel.com, let's do this one. This is just to show you how you could link out from an external source like your WordPress page onto your Thinkific school. So this is my WordPress site, and if I go, it's a long site. Because it's a more expensive product, I do have a longer sales page. And now if someone clicks here, you can see in the bottom right corner or bottom left corner, you'll see the URL points to Thinkific. So if I was to click on this, I'd be taken to the Thinkific checkout page, and here the coupon is already applied and it shows you the total price. So this is how it would work if you have your own uh, landing page. You copy that URL, put it on in the button, and you can guide students straight to the Thinkific checkout page. So that's how I do that. once we have published our course, make sure you preview it as a through the landing page, because you want to make sure everything looks good there. So I'm going to close this. To close it, just hit the little X. So next is categories. Category would be, what category do you want to save this course in? I'm going to save this as LMS, and I can add, that's not what I wanted, autocorrect, add category. So now if someone goes to this particular category, they will see all the courses under learning management systems, which is what Teachable and Thinkific are LMSs, learning management softwares. So right now I haven't linked anything to that category. So what I would have to do is go back to my courses, select the course I want, and I don't know if this is where categories come in or if it comes in here. So manage courses on those bundles. Yeah, I'm not sure where exactly I can link category. So this course falls into the LMS category. I'll have to look into that. Let me see if it's in settings, maybe. Course card, that's not it. Yeah, I'm not sure how that category works. So we're going to skip that. Um, Now in my courses, if I go back up here, so you could duplicate this course if you wanted to. If I just click duplicate, you can create a duplicate copy of that course. And why that comes in handy is if you want to test different pricing points, you can have multiple courses or one course with multiple price points and drive students to those different pages to see which one is selling more. I have done that. I'm currently doing that. So that's a good way to do it. You can have bundles, but again, it's not available in the free package, so you'll have to upgrade. And reorder is just reordering this. So I'm going to reorder this one on top and put the demo course at the bottom. So now when I click on my courses, this will be the one that always shows up first. So we already covered categories. If you do need help creating categories, see our help center. So you can click here to see how this works. Let me see if I can hit edit on this one. Okay, so I think I figured it out. If I go now to the category page, LMS, that one course should show up. Okay, perfect. So that's how you would do it, is you would go to your categories, and you would, once you have your category in here, you would click edit in front of it, and you would select which course you want to put in that category. In our case, I want to put this one, and let's say I also want to put the demo course in this LMS, learning management category. So if someone were to go to this particular page, those courses would show up here. Now the demo course is not showing up here because it's not published yet. If I go to my courses, go to this demo course and hit publish, now if I go back to this URL, you will see both courses in here. So that's how categories work. It's a way to categorize your courses if you have, like, let's say 10, 20, 30, 40 different courses. So that's how that works. I'm going to cover this part here, and then in a second video I'll cover the rest of it. Coupons, you can generate coupons for your students, which is a great way to get some people to try out your course, not available in the free version. So that's that. Sales widget, we already covered that. If you wanted to create a widget and get a code, a snippet of code to put it on your WordPress website, where people would be able to just click this button or the link to go directly to your Thinkific school. So this is where we had so enable reviews for all. This is how, where we had seen when you were creating your landing page, there was a section to add reviews. So this is where you would enable reviews for your school, and as you start getting reviews for your course, you'd be able to see them and you'll be able to put some of those reviews on your sales page. Video library is where you can upload a bunch of videos. You can also do this in the bulk importer that we saw earlier, or you can upload all the videos in here and then it'll show up in your video library. So when I go to my courses and I go to my teachable course, let's say here, I will go to course curriculum. Let's say I go to add a video, I can pick that video from the library. That's how that would work. I'm going to close this out. And then finally, discussions. For this, you have to enable, so use our built-in discussion feature to allow your students to chat, ask questions, leave comments, and add a deeper dimension. So enable in-course discussion for students is already checked. If you uncheck it, it'll not be available, but if you check it off, I mean, if you check mark it, it will be available. So what I'm going to do is now show you how a student will see this. If I just go to edit this course right here, and I'm going to make its pricing free and save changes. So now let's open Google Chrome, go incognito, and let's see if I can enroll as a student. And so you can see what a student sees, which is important. Before you publish anything or start marketing it, just go look on the front end on what a student would see. I'm going to say view this course. I'm going to enroll in this course. So this is the account creation page, which is awesome. I want to see this. And course creator handbook plus student testing at gmail.com. Pick a password and hit sign up. That's it. You are signed up as a student. Obviously, because it's a free course, they don't need to pay anything. So this is the dark version. I don't like it right off the bat. So I'm going to go back into Thinkific, go into my courses, go in, where was it, I think it was in settings, course player. I'm going to switch it to the white theme instead of the black one. Updated. Let's see if those changes show up here. Yep, I like this much better. So this is how it works. First is it starts right off with the quiz. You can click on chapter. So now I'm logged in as a student. I can full screen. So I have the full screen option. I can go to my student dashboard. It shows me all the courses that I have bought and what my percentage of completion is. And I can resume the course, or I can see overview of the course. Overview brings me back to the main page. So I can go back and say resume. And now it's saying select a lesson and start learning. So I can select the lesson and then I can say sample quiz. Let's see what this quiz looks like. What color is this font? I'm going to select this and hit check. Incorrect. This answer is incorrect. So I'm going to move on to next. Which choose only one best answer. Which color is this font? I'm going to say white. This is incorrect. Next. Your score is 0%. I failed the test because we had said that you need 50% to pass. So I'm going to go to next. Now here's the thing with Thinkific, there's no hard stop. So you can't say that, okay, if the student doesn't pass, don't move on to that next step. That's so the quiz is there for them to take, but you cannot stop their progress based on the quiz results. So the next one was the webinar. So if I click on this link, because we didn't say open a new tab, it opens in the same tab. Okay, we can go back here. This was the link with the multimedia, and how this works is, as you can see, it actually pulls in my Demeo registration page, which is pretty cool because what they're doing is they're iframing that page into their own Thinkific page. So this part is pretty cool. And if I just full screen this, I'm actually seeing another page inside of Thinkific, and this is awesome. So this multimedia obviously works much better than the text part. And then the PDF would look something like this. Here's the PDF, and the student would be able to download this. So I don't remember. Okay, here we go. So I couldn't remember if we made this downloadable or not, but once it's open, they can click the little download button and download that file. So that's how downloadable content works. Now let's look at the audio transcript. Listen to this in a calm place with no disturbance. That was the text we put in our audio description, and they have a little audio player here. They can fast forward if they wanted to, volume control, and pause and play. And then there is a video. So if they were to click on the video, this is what their video player looks like. It's almost like a Vimeo or Vistia player, I think. And if I just hit play, the video starts playing. And it says down here, you see the branding powered by Thinkific. It's because we're using the free version. If you were to pay it, the branding will also be removed. So this is what a student's dashboard looks like, and that was it for part one of Thinkific. We do have a lot more to cover here. I'm going to cover all of this part in the next chapter. There's reports, there's users and instructors, and then also some settings for your site. So thank you so much for watching this, and I will catch you on the other side. As usual, if you like this video, remember to click the like, comment, subscribe button, and thank you again. Have a great day.